Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Power Axe Tactical Prowess Zone of Impact build for the Vanguard class in patch 11.2 Space Marine 2. Now, I do think this combo is still the best in the game for Vanguard. The AOE damage that Impact puts out is just tremendous. Now, Tenacity was really powerful in the PTS server because there was an interaction with the perk over here, Shockwave, that would give you like double damage off the 130% damage trigger of this perk. Unfortunately, that is no longer the case. So I think that Zone of Impact is just superior. But, that being said, our weapon selection here is the Instigator Bolt Carbine Heroic version up first. This might be my favorite heroic weapon in the entire game currently. The amount of close range damage this thing does is tremendous on top of the medium range damage. And for the perk tree here, I do start off with Extended Magazine, moving here into the perk Reloaded Restoration. After reloading your ammo reserve restored by 50% of the number of enemies hit cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. This perk is very strong on the Vanguard class. Having this will help out your ammo economy a ton. Vanguard's ammo economy is not like the worst thing ever, but it's definitely not very strong, so having this will help you out. Next perk here is Divine Might. Damage increases by 10%, moving up here into the perk Fast Reload. Then I pick up the perk here, Increased Capacity. The maximum reserve of this weapon increases by 20%, moving here into the perk Great Might, up into the perk Recoupment. Killing a Majora's level or higher enemy with a headshot, this weapon restores 1 armor segment. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, in operations and hard stratagems, getting this armor back on like a single headshot kill is really nice for avoiding chip damage and stuff like that. So, a really good perk, and this is also found on like pretty much every bolt weapon in the entire game. Next perk here is Tactical Precision. Headshots deal 20% more damage. Non-headshot damage decreases by 10%. Headshots are all that matters over body shots in the game, so pretty much always pick this perk up. The next perk here is Headhunter. Headshots deal 10% more damage. And the final perk is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores your health by 10%. Now, this perk is really nice to have, especially on classes like Sniper. You don't really have healing outside of this. Now, Vanguard does have access to things like Adrenaline Rush and the perk here, Amaziel, so getting healing on him isn't too hard, but overall this perk is still pretty powerful. Now, some people may wonder why we don't build all the way down to perks like Inspired Aim or the perk here, Death Strike. These perks are good, they're just not worth building into on this weapon perk tree because of the way the weapon perk tree is set up. You have to give up so many nodes to actually reach these, and their damage effects are conditional, and they barely give you a damage buff over just building like in the top tree here with Headhunter and Efficient Hunter anyways, so I pretty much always skip these. Now, for the secondary weapon, I do take the Retribution's Bequest Heavy Bolt Pistol Heroic version. This has the highest gun strike damage in the entire game. It's a ton of fun to use, and the heroic perk effect here is called No Help Is Coming. Shooting an enemy with the Elite Scream status effect stops from reinforcements, and headshots kill in one shot. Now, currently this perk is bugged. Body shots will not stop reinforcement calls at all, only headshots will kill in one shot, which is pretty nice. Just kind of funny they broke this weapon again. But for the perk tree here, I just go all the way down the bottom row because able damage is really nice on the Vanguard class in particular because you use your grapnel all the time, so having this helps out quite a bit. Let's move up here into the perk Tactical Precision for more headshot damage, and the bottom row, this gives you the most damage of things like Death Strike and stuff like that, so that's pretty much all there is for the build here. And for our melee weapon selection, we do take the Block Power Axe. This weapon does a tremendous amount of damage. Power Wave is a super powerful ability. We pretty much build for all melee perks here. Things like Perpetual Strength into the perk here Coup de Grace, into the perk here Perpetual Strength, and Perpetual Strength once again for another flat melee damage increase of 10%. Then I grab the perk here Counterattack. The first light attack in 5 seconds after a perfect parry or perfect block deals 25% more damage. Moving down to the perk Riposte, overhead strike damage after performing a power backstep is doubled. Now, this damage is quite powerful. Overhead Strike does a ton of damage in this game on the Power Axe currently, and Riposte is really nice on Assault, Vanguard, and the Bulwark class, so really good perk option here. And the final perks I grab are Hard Target into the perk Tactical Retreat. Power Backstep Wave deals 25% more damage. Up here into the perk Power Wave. The Power Backstep Wave damages more enemies. This actually changes the angle of your Power Wave to hit more enemies, so really useful. It's pretty much the equivalent of the Xenophase Blade perk with Ancient Technology, if you go over here and show that. This one will just up the angle of your Power Rake instead, so it's like pretty much the same angle change. Really good for hitting things like Zoanthropes and stuff like that, though obviously that's harder on a Power Axe. And the final perk I grab here is Cleaver for a 10% melee damage increase against Majora's level and higher enemies, which is pretty much a catch-all, and that's pretty much all there is for the Power Axe setup here. Now for the perk tree, I do start off with the perk here. Now for our perk tree, I start off with Upper Hand. After perk time parry, block, or dodge, you don't lose your hits and can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. This perk just gives you no knockback, and no knockback will save your life, so always grab it. Next perk here is Conviction for damage reduction on armor break. Moving here into the perk Consecutive Execution. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores your equipment charge by 1. The cooldown is 90 seconds. 90-second melt of bombs, crack grenades, shock grenades, even frags are just amazing in Space Marine 2. You know, a melt of bomb can solve an encounter all on its own, so I pretty much always grab this one as well for like a quote-unquote meta setup. The next perk I grab here is Inner Fire. All of your team members can restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on resource level higher enemies. Now, in patch 11.2, they did kind of like nerf this one a bit, where it no longer triggers on standard melee kills. You have to do a finisher like Gunstrike or otherwise, which is kind of unfortunate. So if you want to pick up the healing perk here instead, you definitely can. That is up to you. Next perk here is Restless Fortitude. After a diving kick, you take 40% less range damage for 10 seconds. Now, in patch 11, they did fix this perk to properly trigger off a Tactical Prowess Execute. Previously, if you got an Execute off of this perk, and you had this perk on like your gear perk tree, you would not get the effect. Now you will, so that's pretty nice. The next perk here is Zone of Impact. Performing a finisher with the grapple launcher deals damage to nearby enemies. The AOE damage from this perk is incredible, and when you combine this with the perk over here, Tactical Prowess, for executing enemies on a grapple launcher finish with 33% or less HP, you will just flowchart into an entire horde, and it's really easy to do a stupid amount of damage. Like, once it properly pops off, you'll just wipe out like any Majora's or Tremis in your way and like take basically no damage. So a really good combo here, which is why people have been using this for months. Next perk here is Combat Readiness. Grapple Launcher recharges 20% faster. This perk is just nice to have. I mean, getting your grapples back faster is really, really good in this game. Though if you want to take thrill of the fight, this 20% health damage reduction for parry, block, or dodge for 5 seconds is also very strong. You know, that is also up to you. And the final perk here is, of course, Tactical Prowess for executing enemies at 33% or below HP with a grapple launcher finisher. This is mandatory. Always pick this up with Zone of Impact, because otherwise you're getting like way less benefit out of this perk. And that's pretty much all there is for the main perk tree. Now for the prestige perk selection, I do take Battlefield Awareness first, into the perk here Fortitude for health increase of 15%, and then I grab Launch Restoration and Restoration for bonus armor restore, because Launch Restoration, especially with Tactical Prowess, this will give you 2 armor off a grapnel execute, so really nice to have. And Restoration is just, you know, a very good perk in general. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. Hopefully this build guide helped you. The Zone of Impact and Tactical Prowess are a pretty classic combo on this class ever since they buffed up these perks. That's pretty much all I have to say in this one. Here's some gameplay. Thanks for watching. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, take it easy. Bye.
Coming our way. Closing the gap. Stay running. Tether unbound. Hook available. What needs grappling? Magazine out. Magazine in.
I thought he'd go away. Oh, that guy. He actually thought he could escape. Pretty sure that will. Okay, well, they were too low, apparently. That was not the optimal Melta. Okay.
Finish and ready. Glad to have that dropping out of my ears. Grapple launcher set. Disappointing. Grappling. Cannons and remind the Xenos of whom they dare to attack. No hope and no brain. Shut them up before they bring more. Magazine in. Great Xenos. Silence them. Tether unbound. Thermal payload secured. One down. Trillions to go. Finish that bastard. You have more to do.
Ow. Oh. It all works out in the end.
What needs grappling? Into the fray. Some warrior. Tunneling Xenos! Kill it! Reloading! Closing the gap! Hold that rapid up! Arming up!
Okay.
No turning back now! Weeks, icon, and toxins. Tyrannies. No way. Nothing stands up to the Delta. Finished and ready. Shoot the spore mines.
That's that perfect dodge the barrel. That is good.
Into the fray. Smoking hook available. Disappointing. Tether unbound. Arming up.
Oh boy.
Moving bastion coming our way. Grapple launcher set.
That's my favorite.
Reloading. Finished and ready. Grapple launcher set. Closing the gap. Move hope and no wings. Swapping out magazine.
I just ran away. What cheeky bastard.
Hook available. Into the fray. What needs grappling? Magazine out, magazine in. Into the maw of death. Smells like fresh munitions. Rebel launcher set. Swapping out magazine. What needs grappling? Subterranean ambush. Let us murder it.
Ow. Putting a lot of faith. Putting a lot of faith in my conviction there. A little too much faith. That was a little bit of a mean combo they did to me there. That's okay. I thought it could have simmed earlier rather than like having it be at the finish line basically. But what do you do?
Let us rise up and into glorious battle.
I know it's true there's some kind of triangle on enemies just to lock on in the game.
The Tyranids seem to know you are close. They are amassing at the fortress.
Good. My blade will be soaked in Tyranid blood. Ordnance on me. It is even bigger up close. Good. It will fall to the Emperor's might. To the cannons!
Record hours in game, you didn't know that? Actually, you did know that. You just forgot. Because I bet you played the tutorial, used it one time when the game forced you to, and never touched it again. Did I? Did you? I don't know. Did you play the tutorial? I'm pretty sure the game forces you to.
The control console is within sight.
For use of the Power Fist too. Is it mentioned? Isn't it mentioned in the tutorial? Yes. Yes, it is.
Finish that boss. You have more to do. Reloading. Into the fray. We must activate the cannons.
How do you dodge at a perfect time to get that damage reduction off? I wonder how much damage you actually took there. Guess get done.
Arming up. Closing the gap. Disappointing.
Defensive cannons active. Targeting system non-functional. Initializing secondary system.
It does bleed. Good. The Titan launches its missiles.
Evacuating the service guard will be aided.
Let the turret witness the might of the interior. It does bleed. The tyranny
Engage auxiliary generators to resume firing.
Hey, ATG, do you think Decimus looks like 50 Cent? I mean, I don't remember what 50 Cent looks like, so maybe. The definite maybe. Any thought about the fact that Phase 2 has had the second duration of one-man army danger close in noob tubes? I mean, it kind of did. This wasn't in PvP this time.
The Titan launches its missiles.
Yeah, he launches his missiles, but like, surely doesn't mean like right on top and right. Like, look at the trajectory of those. It's obviously off. Hard. See? Not even close.
Unleash the Imperium's might.
Not even close.
Control has been disrupted. Re-establish service and system communication. System link has been established. All specs connected.
Yeah. Well, how awkward is that?
The tyranny dares to attack us. Keep away from the Xenos pollution.
Lance cannons ready. Establish target on the side arm to initiate offensive protocol.
This is the only mission I hate doing myself. Actually, there's a lot of missions I hate doing myself, but like, this is the worst objective for me. Or at least the most boring.
The Titan launches its missiles.
I gotta get rid of
Avoid
this.
the tyranny's expulsion. Witness the might of the Interior. Grab the ball.
Weapons ready. Awaiting target. Aim and fire with the sidearm to commence attack.
What? The tyranny dares to attack us. Do not let the tyranny's reputation.
Shields ready. Aim the sidearm to complete attack.
Stay there, vermin.
Okay, can this guy stop wandering?
Titan launches its missiles.
Oh joy, more.
Keep away from the Xenos pollution.
Waiting for the fire command.
Okay.
Aim and fire with sidearm ready, Minister.
I love it when vermin dig their own grave. The tyranny dares to attack us. Ah, it does bleed. Avoid the tyranny's expulsion.
So close, yet so far.
That's no one to confront. Walk available. Into the maw of the dead. Finished and ready. The Titan launches its missiles.
Searching for target. Minister.
That was fun.
Fire with sidearm to commence target lock.
What needs grappling? The tyranny empower the last cannons. Initiate the generators.
Heltrix solo is pretty obnoxious too. What's up, Meki?
That one is screaming for help.
How you doing, dude? We are currently... Oh shit, that's fucking a floor's lava. Wait. Alright, this one's a little obnoxious.
Smoking out magazine. The generators will awaken our slumbering cannons.
GG for yesterday was super fun to watch. It definitely was. I was not expecting that, to be honest, for like multiple reasons. Mainly because I talked to Hayes about it today, and we were both shocked because A, we've been going for like 7 hours. We weren't even sure if it was worth it at that point. We had one disconnect, and we were also all on wildly different thing. But alas, or happily, it all worked out. You're good.
Closing the gap.
That's that. Yeah, it was crazy. I think we can go further. I was talking about it. We're gonna do it again next week, probably. I also want to run more and just see like what's possible on that. See, we've cycled back in time, or not even cycled back in time. It's just hard stratagems are not the difficult content in this game needed. Not at all. Alright, this is a good one. Did it take disconnect in wave 40 again? No, we did not. We did not disconnect. We got N2'd, and then we had one other. God. We had one unfortunate boss spawn at the beginning, and then we had a disconnect, and then we had some scuffed waves with a W. Oh, there's Reddit N2, yep. Alright. This should be the last one. I think. That mission always feels anticlimactic at the end. Never feels like anything interesting's happening.
Take the shot on those damn towers.
Alright. We should make the tsunami modifier be every wave. Massive, more frequent reinforcements always summon a massive wave. I agree, dude. I do agree. Hey, 60,000 damage with that.